Everybody, welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and today we're talking Ashu, the free-to-play god, the best, lowest rarity unit. Just overall, honestly, a very powerful unit that you probably should not sleep on. And I don't mean, like, he's powerful not just for a blue unit, he's just good. Like, he's just flexible, versatile, and helps me, and I've used them in most of my stages right now. Absolutely a killer unit. Like, I'm not going to say he's cracking levels of control or he's obel. You know, he has his weaknesses as a blue unit. But I'm telling you, this unit is worth using in some setups. So what does he do? The main reason why this unit is good is because all three of his skills are great. And they are good in most content because of the way they work. And they are not necessarily that reliant on his stats. He does have a low base, like, attack, defense, and HP because of his rarity. But he is able to overcome that with good, like, relatively good percentages and good effects. So what does he do? First, we start with the ultimate, of course, right? Rains bullets down on all enemies with 260% damage. Now, this is not that high percent of damage. It's whatever, but it's reasonable. You'll notice the hit, and it has a 60% chance to inflict 1 turn silence on a 3-turn cooldown. I do have this at level 5. This is deceptively good. Silence is not as good as, I think, straight up stunning a character or freezing them, but don't overlook silence. This is also very easy to apply. This is a 60% chance. And when you have, like, your effect accuracy, this is going to be almost guaranteed all the time. Powerful skill. So silencing enemies is a great way if you're combo CCing enemies, like if you're using Kraken to freeze someone in AoE, you know, a bunch of people in AoE, then they unfreeze, use Obel to stun them all, and then they get unstunned. Then you could use him to silence them all. So yeah, they get to use their first skills, but they're still in 3 turns haven't used their ultimates. And then by that point, Kraken will be back up again. You can kind of keep this whole chain going. So very, very powerful skill, deceptively powerful. Silence is a very good effect. His second ability here, the AoE, it's actually more powerful in terms of, it doesn't look more powerful in terms of damage because its upfront damage is lower, but it applies in an AoE to everyone at a 75% chance, a 3-turn dot. 3-turn dot is 12%. That means while fighting against him, this comes up every 3 turns. Enemies will always have a dot on them, unless they like dispel it or something. Like, it's not the best in PvP, it's fine, but there is a lot of PvE stuff where this is just really, really good to have. 12% of an enemy's max HP is no joke, especially when it's AoE, and so they're going to keep ticking damage, and if they're going really fast, they'll tick it really quick. If they're going really slow, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to apply this multiple times before they go, and their turn comes up and they start taking tons of damage. Very good skill. I love this skill. Now, Piercing Barrage, I would say, is as good. It might be his best skill, depending on what you're doing. It's his best damage skill, which is very weird for a basic attack. So Bramble is something, for example, that could be really good on this character. Or if you have any other way to make characters use basic attacks. So he does 3 hits of 70%. So you're like, okay, well, that's 210%. That's less than the other two, with a 15% chance to inflict 2 turn speed down. That's pretty good. 15% chance is low, but you get 3 opportunities. You're already building a little bit of effect accuracy because of his other skills that you want to land. So this is not guaranteed, but with a 2 turn, it only needs to happen like every other turn, and it's pretty reliable, but not super consistent. But I do like it a lot. But for every 10 speed Ashu has, increase this skill's damage multiplier by 2.5%. That means if you're at 200 speed, I don't know what mine's at right now. Mine's at 204 speed, right? 204 speed is not it's high, but it's not that high. Like, it's high for this stage of the game, but speeds are going to get way higher. So at 200 speed, it increases the skill's damage multiplier by 2.5%, meaning at 200 speed, this is getting a 50% damage multiplier, right? Because 2.5 is for 10, for 100 is 25%, so for 200 it's 50%, meaning that this is doing 120% 3 times. That is a 360% single target damage at 200 speed. Obviously, I don't know if 300 speed is even achievable, but once you get to like 250 speeds, like, you're going to be getting closer to a 400% damage thing. Now, his base stats are low. The damage is never going to be absolutely bonkers incredible, but it is deceptively high for a rare unit. It will hit much harder than you're expecting a character with these stats to hit. So basically, this is good is like it because speed down is pretty much always good and the damage is pretty reasonable. And this is his skill 1. So when he's not doing anything else, he's still doing something pretty good. He has percent-based damage and an AoE, so he's good at taking down things with high amounts of HP. He's good at taking down a lot of things with low amounts of HP. So he's good in both those situations. And he has his ultimate is also a silent. So it has control elements and it has even better damage up front. So this is good because he has 2 different AoEs that are good versus, you know, AoE turn 1, AoE turn 2. So he's hitting a bunch of things over the course of a couple turns, applying their damage, so they're taking even more damage, controlling them slightly, so they're not doing their most amount of damage. And even when these are down, he still has good single target damage. So he's good in like everything. He's just a great unit, man. I'm not saying he's like overpowered, broken, busted, but like if this is a unit that you should not overlook, you should consider putting some stuff on. Don't overinvest. Don't bring him to 6-star like I'm probably going to and do that. Like you'll probably get more out of your messiahs, right? Let's not talk crazy, but this is a powerful unit that I really think you guys should be using. And I cannot tell you how good it feels to clown on people in PvP using this unit on the team. Obviously Kraken does most of the heavy lifting, but this guy can really, when they see you have a blue unit on your team and they have a bunch of 6-stars that are all legends and you just slap them, it feels good, bro. It feels good. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna jump into a PvP match, just kind of show you how he works, and then we will close out the video. So look how crazy strong he is here. Like just with his AoE, boom, he gets to apply this 3-turn dot to all these people, which is actually crazy. And now we're actually gonna stun you instead. Wait till his turn comes up, but I want to show you exactly why I think he's so good, especially in arena. So now we can slow them all down. All right, more dots. All right, this is not what we're here for. Does that have to get dispelled? I actually don't know. It looks like it's undispellable. But let's CC them again. So even when the CC wears off, assuming we don't have Kraken, like look at this here, right? You get to do this. Let's just do the silence for the sake of showing everybody. But look at now, silence, 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 damage, 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 damage. I mean, it's like crazy, you know? And let's see if we get a single target damage before they rage quit here. Let's take a look. Do you think they'll let us get it? Here we go. Check this out. Right, I mean, that's a couple thousand damage, bro. It's good. All right, get him out of here. Honestly, their units are pretty darn strong. We might have some issues here. Goodbye, nerd. There we go. Well, this turned out to be a little bit of a showcase for like the team in general, but I kind of wanted to show you Ashu's role. Look at this, is up again. Look at all this damage. Look at all these dots, bro. We can even control. I mean, Kraken's obviously insane too, right? Let's not get that wrong. We'll dispel. I don't even think they attacked. So yeah, I mean, that wasn't like the best demonstration, but what I kind of wanted to highlight is that he's good in every single mode of the game. There's no mode where I'm like, wow, this character sucks. He's good in PvP because one, applying AoE dot is pretty good in PvP in general. It's not broken, but it is good. Being able to silence kind of is broken. This is like very, very good. And then, so this is good in PvP. It's good in a lot of PvE maps with small enemies. This is good against lots of enemies or big enemies where the dot actually matters. And even if they're not resistant to any of that or weak to any of that, this is pretty good single target damage in general. And it scales with the speed, which you're naturally trying to build anyway. So like all of this stuff is very good. And overall, I think this is a unit that you probably shouldn't sleep on. Anyway, much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!